Hey guys, welcome to the next video. This video is going to be all about creating your first Google Ad account and Google Ad campaign. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to basically come to this URL, ads.google.com. And from there you'll see a button where it says sign up, and you click that button. And what you want to do is sign up using the same account that you use to manage your Google My Business or Google Business profile. YouTube and like your Gmail, and basically just use your main email address. That would be my recommendation. So once you pop in there your email address and you're signed into your Google account, you should come to a page that looks like this. It says confirm your business information, where you're basically just going to put in your country, your time zone, your currency. Make sure it's all correct. If you get it wrong, you have to restart again. You can't change it. You have to create a brand new ad account. Absolute nightmare. So don't do that. The next thing it's going to ask you is, do you want personalized campaign guidance from a Google Ad expert by phone? Absolutely not. One thing that I can tell you as like an independent Google Ad expert is that Google Ads experts assigned by Google only have one job, and that is to get you to spend more money. Not make more money, but just spend more money. So do avoid Google Ad expert calls. Just avoid them. So I'm going to select no there. I'm going to come to submit. I'm going to explore the account. Now, one thing that I'm going to say is, with Google Ads, there are 1,000 options on how you can do this, how you can create an account, how you can manage an account. All various different nuances that kind of go into it. And if you want to do this as a full-time job, great. There are courses out there that are going to make you an expert in every single facet of Google Ads. I don't want to do that, because you guys are not looking to become marketers. You're just looking to market your business. And so what I'm going to do on this course and this section is basically just show you step by step, here's what you do. Here's what you don't. I'm not going to go into the bits that we're not going to deal with. I'm just going to show you what you need to do step by step. So okay, let's get started. So first thing that we're going to want to do is click Create New Campaign. And then from here, I should explain this. We've basically got different selections. If you're after sales, you've got an e-com business, or I don't know, you're looking to drive people in store. If you've got some sort of hire store or something like that, it's going to be different. But for a majority of you, I think it's going to be leads that you want to generate. It's going to be phone calls and emails and form fills. So we're going to select leads, and then we're going to come down to here and we're going to select search, the search option. And then from the search option, we're going to select website visits. We're not going to put in there our business website, otherwise Google's going to try taking things out of our hands. We don't want that. Coming down to here, we've basically got conversion goals. Now, conversion goals are basically actions that people take normally on your website that are like the goals that we want them to take, right? And it's going to be like putting in a phone call from the website. It's going to be completing your contact form. It's going to be signing up to a mailer. It's going to be dropping you an email or completing an online quote. These are conversion goals. Setting up conversion tracking, like ad conversion tracking through Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager and Google Ads, is a professional job. Unless you are a web developer or you are really techie with websites and a little bit of coding, don't even get involved in it. Just get a professional to do it. Hire an agency, hire a freelancer. Do not try it yourself. You give yourself a headache. For this campaign that we're going to create today, we don't need that. But we do need to pick one of these, because Google won't let us go on. So we are going to pick this one, phone calls from your ads. And then basically we have to provide Google a phone number to list in with our ads when they show an ad. And that's absolutely fine. It's not a problem. So for this campaign, I'm basically going to create a fictitious company, and I'm going to create an office cleaning company. That's what I want to promote. I want to promote office cleaning. So my campaigns, I normally name them by the type of service and the location that I am targeting. And I'm going to pretend that I'm an office cleaning business and I'm in London. And I've even picked out a business, Fast Clean here, that is going to be fictitiously my business. It's not my business, just putting that out there, but it's what I'm going to use to create this account. Okay, so I'm going to come on to the next step, and Google's going to say, do you want us to focus on conversions? If you've got conversion setting set up and it's been done by a professional, you do. If it has not been done by a professional and it is not 100% accurate, you absolutely don't. It is worse to have no conversion tracking than incorrect conversion tracking. Because if we select this with incorrect conversion tracking, we'll basically go and tell Google to bid on a load of stuff that's just inaccurate, and we'll waste money. So what we're going to do is click on it and come down to here to clicks. And then we're going to look to set always a maximum cost per click limit. This limits the amount that Google can spend on any click. And the max CPC that you should go with, you should always start on the low side. But I mean, to give you a bit of context, an oven cleaning click, an oven cleaning job, regular domestic oven clean, you're going to make 60 quid on that job, let's say. A click is probably going to be about a quid, about £1 to get a click, £60 job value. Let's say, for instance, you're cleaning roofs. You're doing moss removal, you're soft washing roofs. It's going to be completely different. Your average order value is going to be like a minimum of £600, I would imagine. And if that's the case, well, your minimum CPC should be like way more, right? Like you're probably going to be looking at a minimum CPC of like £5-6. For an office clean, we don't know whether they're one-offs, we don't know whether they're repeats at the moment. So let's just go in with like a £3 maximum CPC limit. And then what we can do is we can review this after the ads are live a little while and increase it if we need to. Customer acquisition, bid for new customers only. We can't actually select that option without conversion tracking set up, so just continue. We get to this bit, always deselect this, always deselect this. Search network, partners, and display. We deselect them because they'll just waste money. The next thing that we're going to choose is the location that we want to target. I want to target London, and to target London, I'm just going to type London in here, pick the correct London, and target it. If you want to target a radius, you can definitely do that as well. It just works a little bit differently, and we can't do it in this section. You have to do it once the campaign's been set up. It's kind of annoying how they took it away, but yeah. So pop your location in here. If you want to do radius targeting, I'll show you that later on. So I'm going to target London, and then very importantly, when we're trying to generate local leads, we always select this bottom option. Languages. Just to let you know, if you're not looking at selecting local leads and you are looking at getting leads in, internationally, nationwide, various different countries, you pick the top one. But for local leads, if you've got a local business service in a certain area, it's always this bottom one. Languages, select English. If you're going after a different language, obviously select that language. Audience segments, we're not going to get involved in that. And broad match, keyword, we're not going to get involved in that. It's always off. Here I don't actually have the choice because conversions are not set up. If you have got your conversions set up and you do have the choice, always just go off. So I'm going to click next, and here's where we're going to create an ad group. So an ad group is kind of like a container within your campaign where you can kind of go after different niches. So with our campaign, we're targeting office cleaning in London, but there's different aspects of office cleaning, and ad groups allow us to segment out different niches. For example, maybe I want to do office cleaning, like general office cleaning. Maybe I want to do another ad group for office carpet cleaning. Maybe I want to do another one for like sanitary bins in offices. Maybe I want to do another one for office window cleaning. You can really kind of like niche this out as much as you want. As long as there are people searching for it, you can niche it out, and it does work better to to niche it out and not to stick everything into one campaign, one ad group. But yeah, generally with a campaign, you do your main service and the area that you're targeting. And then the ad groups are kind of like you break them down into like smaller niches. So for this one, I'm going to do office carpet cleaning. Okay. And if you know the keywords that you want to target, you can just pump them in here. Okay. But if you don't, there's a really good way of actually getting keywords. What you can do is do a Google search, find out who your competitors are on Google, get their domain, don't click on their ad, but just find it organically, get their domain, come here, paste in the domain, and if you can, paste in like the service page, paste in the page that's the most relevant to what you're looking for ideas about, and search it. And you'll see here that Google basically searches that page and gives you a whole list of recommendations. And some of the recommendations are going to be good, they're going to be what you want, and some of them are not. You know, for instance, I'm looking at office carpet cleaning. I've typed in a URL for office cleaning. And as you can see, there's not really a lot about here to do with carpets. So I'm going to want to get rid of that and start again. And I'm going to come to this page of my fictitious company, pretending it's a competitor, and I'm going to find carpet cleaning. Yep. And I know that they do have a page somewhere on here for office carpet cleaning. But it doesn't seem to be on this list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just to keep this tutorial simple, I'm going to change gears and I am going to go for just regular old office cleaning in this ad group. So the first thing I'm going to do is come here, change the name of it, and come here, select this, and then check these keywords that we've been given. And there's going to be some of these keywords that I like. For instance, office cleaning services, office cleaners, office cleaning services, like all of this is really relevant. Even commercial cleaning is probably relevant. It's relevant to office cleaning. And then there's cleaning services London. Well, that's not relevant because someone could use that search domestically. And if you don't know what keywords are, I'm assuming that everyone knows what keywords are, but you might not. If you don't know what a keyword is basically a phrase or word that you are looking to target that is going to match a search on Google. So what we're looking to do here is match the searches that people make on Google when they're trying to find our services. So I'm going down here and I'm like, well, professional cleaning services London. It could be someone looking for office cleaning, but might not be. So get rid of that one. Company cleaning services, yeah, I think that's relevant. Business cleaning services, yeah, that's relevant. Cleaners London, no, that could be like domestic. Cleaning company London, no, that could be domestic. And cleaning services London. Okay. So we've got a list of keywords here. What you're going to want to do, we're not going to want to add them like this in their current form. If we do, this is what will be called broad match. And broad match is basically a way of signaling to Google with a keyword and saying, here's the keyword I'm interested in, Google. I want to show ads for this search, but also any search that you think is kind of like this search. And obviously Google, being the fantastic money-making machine that it is, will go off and find searches it thinks are relevant to your keyword. You might not agree, and you're basically just going to get a lot of junk traffic. And when I say a lot of junk traffic, I mean a lot of junk traffic. So we don't want broad match keywords. You'll see some things online. People are saying, broad match keywords are great, and if you own an agency and you do this all day, every day, you can make broad match keywords work. But for the purpose of advertising your own business, and you're not going to be sat in front of the computer managing this all day, it's not what you want. So what we're going to use instead is something called exact match keywords. And that's basically us telling Google, I want to show my ad for exactly this search. Google does take a little bit of a liberty and they show it for searches that are close, but if we do exact match, they are usually very close searches. So there'll be a good quality of traffic because they're going to match the keywords that we've given. So to do an exact match keyword, we're basically going to use these square brackets, and we're going to add these square brackets to all of our keywords. Every single one of them. And obviously this is a tutorial and I don't want to put you to sleep, and I don't want this video to go on for 2 hours. So I'm gonna delete these ones down here. You would normally go through them and you would add them as exact match, but we're just not going to do that in the effort of time saving. So we've got our keywords here that we've added as exact match, and we're going to scroll down, and now we're going to create our ad. And a Google ad is basically made up of a couple of different sections. We've got the URL, we've got the headline, and then we've got the description. And what Google let us do with these ads is they basically let us give them a big old variety of headlines, 15 headlines, a variety of 4 descriptions, and then basically they're just going to mix and match them and try through their algorithm to find one that people really like, that they engage with and that they click on, and that kind of brings in traffic to your website. If you've got conversion tracking set up, it will also try kind of shifting it towards, I suppose, getting into conversion optimized headlines and descriptions. That is kind of more technical, and I just want to kind of keep it simple, so I'm not going to go too depth into that, but we're going to create an ad. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to input my final URL, and the final URL basically just means if someone clicks on your ad, this is the URL they're going to be diverted to. On your website, it's a bad idea to use your homepage unless your homepage is the only page you've got. What you want to do is send people to the most relevant page on your website for the search that they're doing. So for instance, if I've got an ad group that's for office cleaning, I'm going to use the office cleaning page. If I've got an ad group that's for end of tenancy cleaning, I'm going to use the end of tenancy cleaning page. If I've got an ad group for after builders cleaning, I'm going to use the after builders page in that ad, right? So you get the thing. Be exact, be specific, create relevancy. So I'm doing office cleaning ads. I want the office cleaning page. I've got that. Paste it in. It's there. You can now create a display path. Google will automatically just show on the ad your regular URL. It won't kind of put the full domain in there. It's a good idea to create relevancy by putting what the page is about. Office cleaning. Obviously, if you're doing carpets, it's carpet cleaning. If it's windows, it's window cleaning. But you want to create relevancy by filling in this display path. We've got calls. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Okay, headlines. So you can create your own headlines, or Google are going to offer you recommendations, and the recommendations that Google offer you are generally pretty good. So I'm going to pick out some headlines here. Sometimes they run out of suggestions and you have to kind of make your own. So what I normally do is I try and put in 5 ones that are keyword related. So basically they're service related. Someone's looking for, in this instance, office cleaning, and we're going to show them an ad, and we want that ad to talk about office cleaning. I'm going to pick out 5 of those. Do that now. Office cleaning in London, office cleaners, office cleaning experts. Okay, so we've got 5 of those. The next 5, we're basically going to want to pick out USPs. Why people should pick your business. And you know your USPs. Be original with the USPs. Don't copy other people. Try and find something that's really special that you offer that other people don't offer. You know, maybe it's that you've won awards. Maybe it's that you offer like a rapid response. Maybe you have an accreditation. Whatever it is, just use that. Maybe it's like affordable prices. Highly affordable prices. You know, it could be pricing, it could be VIP service. Yeah, how many do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know. Evenings and weekends. So these are just some examples. Some like really like generic examples, but you can be as creative as you want with it. You can be creative, but these ads do have character limits. It has to be under 30 characters, including spaces. Otherwise, you can't serve it. So you're gonna have 5 of those, and then what I like to do is basically add 2, 3, or 5 what we call call to action. So it can be like call now, or book your clean, or book your quote. Yeah, basically 3 to 5 USPs. 3 to 5 call to action, basically telling people what you want them to do. Do you want them to email you? Do you want them to phone you? Fill out an online quote? Do you want them to just book in through the website? You've got to be really, really clear about that. It does improve performance. So the next thing that I can tell you is you'll notice that in this preview bar here, Google are basically taking these headlines that we're giving them and they're wrapping them around in different orders. This preview tool is pretty dumb, and it can throw basically the headlines and also the descriptions in there in an order that makes it look like really terrible, right? But this is like a really dumb preview tool. It will just take anything that you've said and just throw it in any order to give you a preview of what it might look like. The Google Ads algorithm is actually very smart and very good, and it will take all the headlines that you've given it and then merge them into a set of ads that essentially are going to perform the best. They're going to get the best click-through rate, the best engagement rate. They're basically going to give you the best performance. And they don't look like this. You know, Google, the algorithm is smart. It makes the ad look good. If you are worried about that, you can do something called pinning, which is basically where you take a certain headline and you basically say to Google, all of these headlines, I want to put in position 1. And then all of these headlines, I want to put in position 2, and, you know, and so on and so on. And, you know, create how the ad looks. If you do that, the ad strength goes down. Google likes it when you give them the option of selecting how the ad looks. Don't ask me why, but they just like it when you give the algorithm the work. What I have found is there's not a huge difference in terms of click-through rate and in terms of conversion rate through average ad strength or excellent ad strength, whether you've got everything unpinned and all of these boxes are ticked. You've just got to try around with it, but it's not a game changer. It's not a deal breaker, average to excellent ad strength. You really just kind of like want an ad that's got, one, relevancy. You've got keywords in there, something that matches someone's search. You've got something that shouts out about why your business is best, and then you've got a call to action. You let people know what you want them to do to book or contact you. You can then add up to 4 descriptions. Again, Google gives you recommendations. I think they're pretty good, to be honest, the recommendations, but you can create your own or go with the recommendations. It's completely up to you. Again, the descriptions, they can be pinned in position 1 or 2. One thing that I will say is that just because you pin things in a certain way doesn't mean that it'll all get shown. So what I'm saying is if you've got 3 headlines pinned, don't think that 3 headlines are going to show in your ad. Sometimes they will, but depending on the search that's been done, how many ads are on the page, the device it's been done from and the screen size, sometimes you'll get 3 headlines that will show, sometimes just 2 headlines, sometimes 1 description, sometimes 2 description. It really varies. It just depends, and you'll have no control over it. You can't do anything to control it. So the other things that you can add to your ad are your business name and logo. You need to verify your business. I'm not going to do that today. It's much like LSA verification though. Verify your business, and then you can add your business name and your logo to the ad. You can add site links down to the bottom of the ad. If you've got multiple pages and you want to show on your ad that, you know, someone's looking at office cleaning, but they can also see your reviews page, they can see your contact us page, they can see your about us page. You can add site links basically just by clicking this. It will have suggested ones, or you can actually create them by putting in a headline like reviews, description, check out our reviews and customer feedback. And then basically just put a final URL in here. The final URL of the site link cannot be the same as your ad. Cannot be the same as your ad, okay? So you have to find different pages on your website to basically put in there. Otherwise they will never show. And you can add 4 or more site links. I recommend creating 4 site links. I think that works best, but you know, create as many as you want. So that's site links. I'm not going to create 4 now, just in the effort of time saving again, but I just want to show you how to do a site link. You've then got call outs, which are kind of like add-ons to your description, and you can basically just shout out about certain things within your business that you want to promote. If you offer stuff like special promotion, like 50% off first clean, these are the kinds of things that, are really like good for call outs. It's like promotions, maybe like if you do like instant online quotes, or I don't know, something that you basically just want to like call out about, like a shout out about your business. This is where you do it. It really works well for, basically like promotions, like being fast, being like, I don't want to say it, but like being cheap, or being like the most established, or it's kind of like punchy phrases. Any punchy phrases that you can put in about your business, put them here. I tend to find 4 to 6 call outs. That works best. Again, I'm not going to do it for time saving reasons, but you just put them in here, click save, and then click apply. And then we've got call outs. You can add more assets. You can add promotions. If you want to display your prices, you can add prices. Structured snippets are probably the biggest waste of time. I wouldn't even bother doing them. Lead forms, again, waste of time, really, really bad quality. Apps, only if you're selling apps. One thing that we do want to do is we want to make sure that we've got a call extension on our ad. And a call extension is a little bit around the bottom here that's going to put the phone number in our ad, okay? And the reason that we want to do this is that people who are calling using mobiles don't have to actually click through to the website. If they see the phone number and they want to, they can just put a call directly into your business, and it'll be at the same cost as a click. And so you'll basically be getting a dirt cheap lead. The thing that's even better about it is if someone calls this number and it's from like, they don't actually like engage with the ad, they don't click the ad, it's like, they're looking on a desktop and they use a landline to call. You don't pay anything, it's completely free. So having this number in here, absolute game changer, must have, gotta have it. If you want to, you can basically select times and days that you want the call extension to show. If you don't answer the phone during certain times, I, to be honest, just leave it running all the time, because people can leave a message if they do call out of hours. So I'm going to apply that. And there we go. We've got an ad. We've got our keywords. We've got everything that we want there. going to click next. And next, we've got to set a daily budget. My recommendation, same as cost per click, start small, get bigger in time. It's kind of a tricky one to know the daily budget to set. But say, for instance, and by the way, Google will give you estimates. Take no notice of them. They're like the total BS. Zero accuracy. Generally speaking, when we start off campaigns, we start off a campaign somewhere normally between £15 and £20 a day, unless we have an exceptionally high CPC. If your CPC is like more than £5-6, you're going to want to increase it. But for a CPC of like £5 and under, £15-20 a day is okay to start with, and then you can kind of like increase it as time goes on. Yeah, and that's the best way, just to stop Google wasting your money. So I'm going to put in here a daily thing of £20 a day. Google's just checking for errors. And we can choose now to publish our campaign, which we're going to do. Campaign's not actually going to go live because we don't have billing details in there. Obviously, I'm using someone else's site, this fictitious business that I found online. So yeah, and you'll see here that this account can't show ads because I've got to enter billing information, and I'm not going to do that. But you'll see here that everything else is kind of like passed. Campaign policy review, whenever you create a new campaign, it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to pass review and actually go live. And the billing status, how you would set up your billing is basically just click on this little magnifying glass, type in billing. Yeah, billing settings. So I would click on this, it would take me through to a screen where basically I can just enter my card information, and then my card details are added and we're away with a Google Ads account. So that is basically setting up a Google Ads campaign and ad group. If you want to add more ad groups, you definitely can. You can add as many ad groups as you want, and you can do that just by clicking campaigns in the corner here, and this will display the campaigns. And then you click into the campaign and you're going to come down, you'll be in ad groups, and then I could create ad groups for office carpet cleaning, office window cleaning, office deep cleaning, like pretty much as long as someone's searching for it and the keywords can be matched with enough searches, you can create an ad group and run ads against all kinds of niches. That's what you got to do. So one thing that I am gonna quickly show you is if you click into the ad group, you'll automatically be able to see your keywords. Now, how you know if a keyword has search intent, as in people are searching for that keyword, they're making that search in Google, this is where you'll find out. If you put in a keyword into here, into Google, into your ad group, and then under status, you see basically can't show ad, low search volume, that is basically telling you no one is searching for that thing. And so you either need to try coming up with other keywords, other ways that people might search it. If you are like at your wit's end and you can't, you're putting keywords in and you're coming to this page and the status is always low search volume, essentially no one is searching for that thing that you are trying to sell. That's what Google are trying to tell you. It's really rare that it happens, but if you try going too niche, it does happen, and that's a reality. But yeah, otherwise, guys, this campaign is ready to run. In the next segment of this course, I'm going to be talking to you about how to actually optimize this campaign. We've created it, but we want to optimize it to make sure that really it's going to return an ROI, a positive, good ROI. So we've done the first half, and we'll continue in the next video.